Okay, so we are on chapter 10, the last chapter of Midnight on the Moon. Chapter 10 is called Earth Life. The midnight woods woke up. A breeze rustled the leaves. An owl hooted. The sounds were soft, but very alive. Jack opened his eyes. He pushed his glasses into place. He smiled. Morgan was still with them. He could see her in the moonlight. Her long white hair was shining. So now they're in the midnight woods. So if they're in the woods and they see the moon, they're no longer on the moon. Some of us made a prediction that they would still be on the moon. Some of us made a prediction that they would be back at home in the woods, and some of us made a prediction that they would be somewhere else. Right now, it sounds like they're back at home in the Frog Creek woods. He smiled. Morgan was still there with them. He could see her in the moonlight. Her long white hair was shining. Morgan, can you and the treehouse stay here? Said Annie. In Frog Creek? They're back home. No, I must leave again, I'm afraid, said Morgan. I've been gone from Camelot for a long time. She handed Jack his backpack. She brushed his cheek. Her hand felt soft and cool. A bit of moon dust still on you, she said. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jack, for your great love of knowledge. You're welcome, said Jack. Morgan tugged on one of Annie's braids. And thank you, Annie, for your belief in the impossible. You're welcome, said Annie. Go home now, said Morgan. Jack smiled. Home was Earth, the bright, colorful world where everything was alive and always changing. Bye, Morgan, said Annie. She started out of the treehouse. Jack looked back at Morgan. Will you come back soon? He said. Anything can happen, said Morgan. The universe is filled with wonders. Isn't it, Jack? He smiled and nodded. Go now, Morgan said softly. Jack followed Annie down the rope ladder. He stepped onto the ground. The wind started to blow. The treehouse started to shake. A loud roar filled Jack's ears. He squeezed his eyes shut. He covered his ears. Then everything was silent and still. Jack opened his eyes. The ladder was gone. He looked through the leaves and branches of the giant oak tree. There, where the treehouse had been, was only moonlight now, so the treehouse is no longer in the tree. Bye, Morgan, he said sadly. Bye, Peanut, said Annie. Remember, Morgan is Peanut. Jack and Annie stared at the top of the tree for a long moment. Ready? Said Annie. Jack nodded. They started for home. The midnight air felt cool and moist. It was filled with the soft sounds of earth life. Jack and Annie left the Frog Creek woods. They started down their street. Annie glanced up at the sky. The moon looks really far away, doesn't it? It did, thought Jack. It was. I wonder how the moon can I wonder how the moon man can be up there all alone, said Annie. What do you mean? Said Jack. I mean, who helps him put on his spacesuit? Said Annie. Who helps him get up when he falls down? And who is he? Added Jack. Who do you think he was? Said Annie. He must be a scientist or an astronaut from Earth, said Jack. No, I think he's an alien, said Annie, from another galaxy. Jack scoffed. What makes you say that? I just feel it, said Annie. Wrong, said Jack. There's no proof that aliens exist. Maybe not now, said Annie. But don't forget, we were in the future. Oh, brother, said Jack. They crossed their yard and climbed back steps. Annie tiptoed inside the house. Jack followed her. Before he shut the door, he glanced up at the moon. Was Annie right? He wondered. Could the moon man have come from another galaxy? Morgan's words came back to him. The universe is filled with wonders, isn't it, Jack? Good night, Moon Man, Jack whispered. Then he closed the door. Today we are going to make planet Earth, and today we are going to make the oak tree, but the treehouse not in there. We are also going to make a prediction of what you think Book 9 will be about. Book 9 is called Dolphins at Daybreak. So, where do you think Jack and Annie will go next if they are on dolphins? Where do you think they will be? What do you think will happen? That is going to be your prediction. I think that Jack and Annie are going to be in the ocean because that's where dolphins live. Maybe they'll be in SeaWorld. That's where dolphins are too. That's in Florida by Disney World. I think they're going to be in the ocean. That's going to be my prediction. I think Jack and Annie will go to the ocean. I, capital I, think, T-H, Jack, Jack, J-A-C-K, Jack, and A-N-D, Annie, capital A-N-N-I-E. I think Jack and Annie will go to the ocean. Will, W, go, g, G, O, O, to, T, U, O, the, we should know, T, H, E, ocean, O, and then a period at the end. I think Jack and Annie will go to the ocean. Where do you think Jack and Annie will go next in the next book? What is your prediction?